Sister Barbara Schiavoni, a Grey Nun of the Sacred Heart. I ministered as a social worker for many years and was blessed to serve people of different cultures and backgrounds. In the 2000s, I served in Lackawanna, New York with Catholic Charities. Lackawanna is a small city just south of Buffalo with a large Muslim population. Immigrants from Yemen had settled there in the 1950s and 60s. The men came to work in the nearby steel plant and later sent for their families. The mosque was about a half mile from our office, and we would hear the call to prayer each day around noon. I'd like to tell you about one family that stands out. The father was much older than his wife, and he worked in the steel plant. They had 3 school-age children, 2 boys and a girl. The father spoke some English, and whenever he needed help understanding an official letter or document, he came to the Catholic Charities office and we would explain it for him. His wife didn't speak English and had never been to school growing up in Yemen. She couldn't read or write in her own language, Arabic. As most of the Muslim women did, she wore the traditional burqa, a full-length black gown with head covering. The father died suddenly, leaving his wife to navigate life in the US. You can imagine how difficult it was for her, as a grieving widow, to interact with her children's teachers or doctors, and to follow up with food stamps, Social Security, and other business. Fortunately, she had a good friend, a Yemeni woman who spoke English and would interpret for her. After his death, I accompanied the mother to school appointments, doctor visits, and other errands. Despite not having an education, she knew what her family needed and she got things done. One day, she asked for a ride and gave me an address in Lackawanna. She had saved up money for her husband's headstone and needed to go pay for it. After a while, she set her sights on becoming a US citizen. She wanted desperately to return to Yemen after her husband died to be with her family, but was fearful that she wouldn't be able to return to the US unless she was a citizen. I helped her with the paperwork for citizenship. We were dismayed, however, to find out that speaking English was a requirement. It took a long time, but we were able to advocate for an exception to the English language requirement based on her life history. Finally, her citizenship was approved. She was so proud and happy at that naturalization ceremony, waving her American flag. Sometime after that, a gift for me arrived at the office. She had sent me a traditional Yemeni dress and a desk ornament. I was so surprised. The mother did go to Yemen with her children, but I don't know what happened to them after that. I think of this family often and pray that they are safe and well. The children would be in their 20s now. It's been a blessing to journey with people, both as a social worker and in pastoral ministry. To be trusted by another person in their vulnerability is a profound and humbling experience of God's presence. As a white, educated woman and as a sister, I'm in a position of privilege, and to use that privilege on behalf of others is our call as a Grey Nun of the Sacred Heart. Thank you.